A Paul McCartney album revisiting classic Beatles tracks with help from the members of Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, and his old Fab Four bandmates should have been a slam dunk. Instead, the messy, unfocused Give My Regards to Broad Street caused McCartney's decade-long winning streak to come to a crashing halt. This is UCR's Doomed to Fail. Give us your thoughts on Give My Regards to Broad Street. Is it a hidden gem, or better left forgotten? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned for more UCR deep dives on classic rock albums that were doomed to fail. Paul McCartney entered the 80s on a high note with the chart-topping solo smashes McCartney 2 and Tug of War, followed by the top 5 hit Pipes of Peace. In late 1982, McCartney began working on a film titled Give My Regards to Broad Street, which chronicles a day in the life of the cute Beatle as he tracks down the missing master tapes for his new album. The accompanying Broad Street soundtrack combined a handful of new songs with 10 reworked versions of Beatles, Wings, and solo tunes. McCartney recruited Pink Floyd guitarist David Gilmour to play a searing solo on the lead single No More Lonely Nights, while Led Zeppelin bassist John Paul Jones appeared on a re-recorded version of Tug of War's Ballroom Dancing. Most importantly, the project also reunited McCartney with Ringo Starr and Beatles producer George Martin. With so many power players on board, Give My Regards to Broad Street should have been an unqualified success, but critics eviscerated the film and the soundtrack, which topped the charts in McCartney's native UK but peaked at number 21 on the Billboard 200, his worst showing to date. Even Starr was unhappy with the whole endeavor and refused to play on any reworked Beatles songs. Ringo wasn't happy to get involved with it, McCartney later admitted. We had some songs in the film where we wanted him to drum on them, but he didn't want to attempt a new version. I can see it from his point of view, actually, because it would have been, did I drum good on version A or version B? And he didn't even want a comparison. Starr might have had the right idea. It's difficult to argue that any of the reworked songs on Give My Regards to Broad Street are even necessary, let alone superior to the originals. And while the rocking new songs Not Such a Bad Boy and No Values offer a welcome change of pace, they're too little, too late on an otherwise disappointing album. Despite its poor reception, Give My Regards to Broad Street did generate a top 10 hit with No More Lonely Nights, the second to last in McCartney's career. Still, it wasn't enough to correct his creative and commercial tailspin. McCartney would sink even lower with 1986's Press to Play, which was once again savaged by critics and failed to even go gold. It wasn't until he teamed up with Elvis Costello for 1989's critically acclaimed Flowers in the Dirt that McCartney began to restore his musical mojo. Find more from McCartney by clicking the link in this video's description, and make sure to subscribe to our UCR channel here on YouTube for all of the best news and history of classic rock and pop culture.